what if the most popular guy in school saw you getting bullied? Ishimori is a girl with zero self-esteem until Kai, the school idol, steps in to save her.
So let's start with the recap. The movie begins with Ishimori walking and thinking about which high school she would enroll in once she finished middle school, when she suddenly runs into two classmates who always bully her. One pushes her, and then they both make fun of her when they see that among her school options is an unpopular one, so they tell her that she would fit in perfectly there. She leaves, and a few seconds later, a boy named Kai appears, who apparently saw the whole scene. He tries to cheer her up, and taking one of the brochures, he recommends that she enroll in the same high school as him. This gives Ishimori hope of having a better school life, so she ends up enrolling in that school. School starts, and we see that Kai is very popular in his school, so much so that some of his classmates feel jealous and make fun of his new hair color. However, Kai does not let himself be intimidated and throws the lemonade he had in his hand at them. But unfortunately, this also ends up falling on Ishimori, who was just arriving at school. Seeing her, Kai is surprised and apologizes to her. Ishimori is determined to make friends, so she sets objectives to achieve it. The first of these is greeting her classmates, so she goes to school very enthusiastically. However, upon entering the classroom, she realizes that no one has arrived yet. Somewhat disappointed, she continues practicing her greeting when someone responds to her. Turning around, she sees Kai, who greets her and enters the classroom. Just then, more students arrive, who enter greeting, and Kai gives Ishimori a signal to greet them too. She does so, and thus manages to achieve her first objective, which makes her happy. However, this happiness lasts only a short time, as the next day, Ishimori runs into the classmates who used to bully her at her old school. Seeing her, they mock her, calling her stone, because Ishimori always remains silent and does not defend herself when they bother her. Days pass, and we see the girls put Ishiguri's sneakers in the trash. When she goes to pick them up, Kai sees her and advises her to defend herself, and that if she cannot do it, to ask for help or talk to someone about it. However, Ishimori believes that it's best not to involve anyone and to keep silent, to the point that she considers herself a stone. The next day, one of the girls orders Ishimori to buy her a hamburger. Ishimori does not respond to her, which irritates the bully, and she pushes her. This draws the attention of everyone, including Kai, who approaches Ishimori. Unable to take it anymore, she bursts into tears and asks him to help her. Kai comforts her and then tells the bullies not to bother her again, or they will deal with him. The bullies leave, and Kai tells Ishimori to call him whenever she needs help. Things improve for Ishimori, who begins to make friends and eat with them during breaks. While talking, they ask her why she chose that school, to which Ishimori tells them that she was bullied at her old school and had no friends. But one day, someone made her realize that she could have a better school life at this school, and for that reason, she enrolled there. All of this is overheard by Kai, who was lying on his desk. Later, the teacher changes the seating arrangement, and Kai and Ishimori end up sitting together.
The next day, Ishimori is riding her bicycle when she runs into Kai, who invites her to go study with his group of friends. They meet at a restaurant, and minutes later, a group of girls arrives who greet him. One of them is named Serena, who turns out to be Kai's ex-girlfriend. Serena's friends start mocking Ishimori, saying that she is too small for the group. This annoys Serena, who tells them to stop, but seeing that they continue, Serena ends up throwing the water from a glass at them, which makes the girls leave, very angry. Ishimori thanks her for defending her, but Serena apologizes for what the girls said and then leaves. The next day, Serena's friends surround her and ask her to apologize for what she did. However, Serena refuses, and they get angry. One of them is about to hit her when Ishimori arrives, who defends her. Seconds later, Kai appears and also defends her, so the girls leave. Kai tells Serena that the next time she needs help, she should call him. And upon hearing this, Ishimori realizes how close Kai and Serena still are. Leaving school, Ishimori is walking with Kai and his friends when they run into Serena, who joins them. The three begin to talk, and there Ishimori finds out that years ago, Serena was also bullied at school, and that the only person who helped her was Kai, so they became close and started dating. However, she started to depend too much
much on him. Realizing this, Serena ended the relationship. Ishimori asks Serena if she still likes Kai, to which she replies no, but her answer does not convince Ishimori. Then Serena asks Ishimori if she likes Kai, to which she says that she respects and admires him, but nothing more. As the days pass, Ishimori begins to avoid Kai. Summer vacation arrives. Ishimori goes to visit her friend Tomo, and they both attend a festival. That night, Kai arrives at the festival, and they meet. He tells her that he went to her house to invite her to the festival, but didn't find her. He asks her why she is avoiding him, but she only asks why he chose to look for her. Seeing that she still has little self-esteem, Kai asks her if she still considers herself a stone, to which Ishimori replies yes. Kai looks into her eyes and tells her that if she wants, she can be a stone, but she should not forget that she is actually a jewel. This moves Ishimori's heart, and she thanks him for his words. Later, Ishimori runs into Serena and confesses that she likes Kai. Serena is happy for her and wishes her the best. The next day, everyone goes to the beach and has a pleasant time. That night, we see Kai in a bar where he works part-time as he lives alone and has to support himself. However, since he works very late, he arrives home very tired every day. This physical exhaustion causes Kai to get sick and not go to school. So after school, Ishimori goes to his house. Upon arriving, she finds him with such a high fever that as soon as Kai opens the door, he collapses. She takes care of him and cooks for him. Upon waking, Kai thanks her for coming and then eats what she had prepared. Seeing that it is late, she asks him what time his parents arrive, to which he replies that they are abroad.
The next day, after school, Ishimori sees Kai surrounded by girls, which makes her feel somewhat insecure. Kai's friends realize this and comment on it to him. Because of this, Kai writes a note in Ishimori's notebook and then gives it to her. When she checks it, she finds the note that Kai wrote, which says, "I need you." So remembering all the moments they lived together, she goes to meet him. She tells him that she likes him and wants to be his girlfriend. Kai tells her that he likes her too and kisses her. The next day, Kai waits for Ishimori at the school entrance and they both enter holding hands. This causes a lot of excitement among the girls, so Kai tells everyone that Ishimori is his girlfriend. During the break, Ishimori takes out a small diary that she has filled with questions for Kai, with the intention of getting to know more about him, to which Kai agrees to answer one question every day. Then we see them spend many moments together, eating, having fun, studying, and walking while Kai answers Ishimori's questions. However, one day Kai sees that the next question is about his family, and his expression completely changes. He becomes nervous, and as the days pass, we see that he becomes somewhat distant from her and his friends. This worries everyone, and especially Ishimori, who talks to Tomo to find out if he knows the reason why Kai is acting this way. He tells her about Kai's job as a bartender, and she goes to look for him. However, when Kai sees her at the bar, he rushes to take her out. Outside, she asks him why he hides his job if there's nothing wrong with it. But Kai doesn't want to tell her the reason why he works, so he doesn't give her explanations and asks her to go home. Days pass and we see that Kai and Ishimori become more distant. Christmas arrives and we see everyone celebrating except Kai, who was at his job. However, when he takes out his phone, he starts looking at all the photos he has with Ishimori and remembers all the moments they spent together. He realizes that Ishimori means a lot in his life and that he wants to be by his side, so he rushes out of his job and goes to the party. However, when he arrives, he realizes that the party is over and Ishimori is not there. He apologizes to his friends for his distant behavior and asks them where Ishimori is. They understand him and then tell him that Ishimori told them she was going to a special place. One of his friends lends him his bicycle and Kai goes to the bridge where he saw Ishimori for the first time. There he finds her, and taking Ishimori's diary, he shows her that he answered the question about his family, in which he says that his mother died when he was 3 years old, and his father abandoned him when he was in middle school, and that since then he started working to support himself. He confesses that he did not tell her before because he was afraid that she would also leave his life if she found out the truth. However, Ishimori tells him that she loves him and that she will always be by his side, to which Kai confesses that he also loves her, and they seal their love with a kiss, thus ending the movie. If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other recap. Until next time!